Hey guys, today what I'm going to talk about is how hard or how difficult really weight loss is. And I was thinking about this the last couple weeks and I kept telling myself, I got to do a video, I got to do a video. And actually just now, I was just showering after my workout and I was like, oh, fuck, I need to do that video. So if you guys were wondering why my hair is super slicked back and super wet, it's because I just came out of the shower. I look like I got a mullet, and I kind of look like that dude from Stranger Things Season 2 where he is looking himself in the mirror while he's smoking on how good looking he is. So please excuse the hair, but you got to deal with it. Anyway, I don't think for majority of the people out there know how difficult weight loss is. Like, the typical person is looking to lose anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds. They know they need to move more, eat less, maybe go on some sort of strict diet or cleanse or detox or whatever the fuck it is, and that's supposed to work. But then we have so many people that repeat that process over and over and over again, and for some reason, they haven't lost that, 20 or 10 pounds. So, what's the deal? And to put it in context, I have, a handful of clients that own their own businesses and really successful ones. And, I had a conversation with one of them and, he was like, oh, I really want to lose this weight. It's been months and I can't seem to get over this hump. I can't see the progress I want to see. And he was just upset. So I was like, yep, fair enough. So for him to understand how difficult weight loss actually is, I asked him, how many years did it take you to, create your successful business into a multi-million-dollar company? And he's like, oh man, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. I'm like, there's your answer. If you want to see sustainable long-term results, it's not going to take a month. It's not going to take 3 months. It might not even take 12 months. It's going to take a lot longer because there's a lot of shit that you need to go through to be successful. It's not like, okay, I'm doing this workout, I'm doing this diet, and then by 90 days, I'm going to be a completely different person and everything's going to change. No. So I'm going to lay it out. I'm going to give all the stats that I've collected over the years training people that I know that people have to go through. And I don't want to sound like a downer, but I want to actually educate people on how difficult weight loss is. It's not simple mathematics. It's more like calculus. So I'm going to try to list as many as possible, and if I forget one, I might just leave it in the comments. But okay, the first thing is, on average, I think the stat is every average person will try about 8 different diets, and they all fail at them, right? They lose the 10 to 20 pounds, they gain it back. They go on another diet, they lose the 10 to 20 pounds, and they gain it back. So now you have this, method in your head that anytime you want to lose weight, you need to go on a strict diet. So now we're playing with a psychological issue around food and health. Now your brain is accustomed and used to the idea that in order to lose weight, you need to suffer. So now you're setting yourself up for failure right there. The other thing that most people, get into is consistency. I've said this a billion times, is look at your entire year. And in that year, mark down on your calendar, you can take an old school calendar that people never use, and you might as well put a giant X on July and August, because you have your kids, if you have them, don't have school, so now you got to worry about them. That's a responsibility. So you have less time to go to the gym, less time to make food for yourself. You got barbecues, you have, friends inviting you out for drinks, you got vacation, you got this and this and this and this. So you might as well just take out summer completely for the average person. So now that's 2 months out of the year. Now let's count all the birthdays, weekends away. You want to take out Christmas, like all of December, you might as well just take that out. You might as well take out the first 2 weeks of September, because now you're like in, holy shit, kids are going back to school. I need to get them ready. I need to do this. I need to do that. I got a billion different things. And then you got spring break in there. You got long weekends. You got whatever other thing that might pop up. So I actually broke it down. For the average person, they can be consistent throughout the year of 12 months. Best case scenario, 8 months. The other 4 months are what I just listed: the summer, the breaks, the vacation, all that crap. I had to stop the video because the mailman came, and now my dog, Misty, is super protective and feels like she needs to protect me from the mailman. Okay. Now, to kind of keep going, so 8 out of the 12 months, I hope that's where I left off. If you put that in a percentage, I think when I calculated it was like 66%. So if you really think you have 66% of being consistent throughout the year, like that's pretty low. And if you have other engagements and other things that might pop up in the year, then that number gets even lower. Like the odds are against you. Like think about coming home back in elementary or high school when you brought home a test that was 66%. I think your parents weren't that, psyched that you got a 66, right? So you got to keep that in mind as well. Now, the priority video I posted last summer, same idea. If fitness and health is not in your top 4 or 5 priorities, it's never going to be a thing where you could be consistent in those 8 months. So if you actually broke it down, that you can put as much time and effort into, say, your family, your job, your dog, or animals, your kids, and whatever else that you can fit in, then where do you fit in fitness and health? Like, you need to sit down and actually audit what are you spending your time on? And a lot of times, if you actually do that, you could be like, oh shit, I spend a lot of time driving my kids to 3 different sports every single day. So something has to give, right? So you have all of this against you. Hi, Misty. Yep. You have so much against you, and I don't want to, like I said earlier, I don't want to be a downer. But if you have already this long list of stuff that's going to be keeping you, out. And I'm going to bring up one more thing. Being successful at weight loss is, you're also finding habits, right? You're coming from nothing. Say you're a brand new person that's like, I want to make my health a priority, and you decide that I'm going to start going to the gym and start eating. Now you have to fight how many years of bad habits in order to make this thing happen. So how many years will it take for someone to do a complete 180 turn to make the gym and eating healthy a habit, a priority, and also fit that into their 66% of their entire year to be consistent? Everything is against you, if you really think about it. So hopefully you don't feel discouraged. Hopefully you understand that this thing is not easy. And if you feel bad that you haven't, made it and seen progress, that's okay. Knowing what you have against you is going to help you in the long run, because now you can add a little grace to yourself, Like, say you missed a workout, rather than feeling completely, guilty or demolished, and you're like, oh my God, life can't go on. Knowing all of this that's okay, right? Like, imagine if you were a first year professional hockey player and you got signed to the shittiest team in the league. Most likely you're not going to make the Stanley Cup, right? But you're going to go out there and give it your best shot, because who knows? You might be the underdog that takes yourself to the top. So hopefully this video kind of gave you some perspective on how difficult, weight loss is, and just keep going. Don't quit. Like, just fucking do it. You guys can do it. Right, Misty? Yeah? Okay. Misty thinks so too. She thinks you guys can do it, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.